Back with another one, BadNewsBrown. What's up, y'all? I'm just chilling, man, on this early morning. But I'm here to answer the question, which should be a no-brainer. But who created hip-hop, or where did hip-hop come from? Due to there seems to be some sort of discrepancy regarding the origin of hip-hop. Did it come from Black Americans, or did it come from the brothers in the islands, in Puerto Ricans or whatnot? So I'm gonna answer the question. And before I do, see this? What did I do? I just turned my hat backwards. And that's a nod to the African American culture, being that we are the leading trendsetters socially and culturally in America and ultimately abroad. You know, they gave us a hat, we turned it backwards, and the rest is history. And the same with the hip-hop culture. Now, certainly in the earlier days, there were Puerto Rican, Jamaican, and brothers from the islands that was into the hip-hop culture, dance and song or whatnot. But it is a black thing. Hip-hop is a black thing. But it's funny because I really think most Puerto Ricans and brothers from the islands or whatnot already know this. But what I think is going on is what they call appropriation. And what that kind of is kind of like a parasite mentality. And in order for you to take something over, you gotta assume it first and then take it over. Watch that movie Get Out. It kind of talks about that. But anyway, and I say that because if you notice, a lot of the hip hop stars, especially now and even back then, and it's not even just in rap, even in acting, a lot of the actors and actresses we see who are black, but when you come to think about it, they're like maybe second or first generation, a brother or sister from maybe Jamaica, Barbados, or any of those islands. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it seems like, and it ain't even their fault, it just seems like the entertainment industry are now propping them up to play us, meaning African people out of America. And that's a form of appropriation. So when I hear this whole hip-hop discrepancy talk, it makes me think about that. And I'm going to keep it 100. But again, this is a no-brainer. Black people, and I'm not getting to the wordplay. When I mean black, I mean African American, stolen African, whatever you want to put it. We created hip hop. We created this whole, and this for better for worse, this whole, not even, gang, even though it's gangs everywhere, but as far as, you know what I'm talking about, the way we wear the hats, the sagging pants, the repetitive use of the N-word, and all that stuff that comes from us, for better or for worse. So we set the tone, and we've been setting the tone. And again, a lot of people will want to say, well, the Cool Hercs and all them other pioneers who you may have thought was black, come to find out they from an island somewhere. Well, you got to think. The culture they were, even, let's just say, even if they did start rap first, but it ain't even no even if, but I'm just going hypothetically. What culture were they emulating through that music? The black African American experience is no different than the blues. That comes up out of our struggle, dealing here in America. So you got to understand, now, and this is no knock at the brothers and sisters from the islands or abroad, they got their own culture. Like Jamaica has reggae. They have their own culture. They didn't come out here and spread their culture. If that's the case, I would be speaking more Spanish. And there's nothing wrong with reggae. We love reggae. I love reggae like a mug. So there's nothing wrong with that there. But we know it comes from out there. We don't try to say we started reggae. And this is not a personal shot at Jamaica. I'm just saying from anybody abroad that's not African American claiming that they started the hip hop culture. Or at best, y'all may have some influence. But even back in the old Beach Street days, that was our thing for sure. You had the Puerto Rican brothers there, Beach Street, and they was raw with it. But it was a known black thing that they was just into. There's no different if I put on some cowboy boots and a hat and get to speaking some Spanish. I'm trying to be a paisa. Even if I was born and grew up around them, I'm not going, oh no, we did this. Even though the original cowboys are Mexican and brothers. But that's another story. So this is just for all those people out there, man, because I see it's been a lot of babble regarding that. And Tariq Nasheed made a movie. I forget the name of the movie, my bad. I ain't even seen the movie yet. But I just been seeing the whole, not even just necessarily him, this been going on for a minute. But I'm seeing this happening more and more. So being that it's a current hot topic, I decided to speak on it. And I'm gonna be speaking on a whole lot of stuff as well. But yeah, man, this is a no-brainer. So, but again, and this is to the brothers in particular, this is how a group or a culture of people become extinct. There's been plenty of cultures of people that became extinct throughout history. So let's not act like it cannot happen. And this is why we need to, when we create things, we need to keep hold of it. Of course, there's nothing wrong with letting other people enjoy enjoy the culture, no different than we partaking and eating a different culture food, but which we tend to do. Same with breakdancing. We played with it or whatever, then we just kind of left it alone, and now another group pick it up, they doing it, which is all cool, and now you got them thinking they started the shit. So we got to stop doing that. Same with this rap, even though this ain't even, a lot of this music, I don't know what to call it, the rap or hip hop, the original, because it ain't the original mixing and scratching, but nevertheless, for better or for worse, it's us. And it needs to stay us. Even if we sharecrop it for profit. And I remember that old school musician, RP, what's his name, the Guru, he was talking about that, about the whole culture getting took off for profit, as far as the whole sampling or whatnot. And don't get me wrong, on one hand, if it's your material and somebody else use it, you want to get compensated or whatnot for it. But when it comes to the cultural aspect, you see what happens when you try to exploit it or sell it, and not even necessarily license it, just sell it, because this is the type of world we live in. So we need to keep that type of stuff in mind. Like, for real. So, again, man, this is how a group gets extinct. When you start letting another group or anything other than the original group get a hold to it and start perpetuating it under the guise of their face or their likeness, then before you know it ain't you no more. And you ain't even there no more. And again, there's nothing wrong with another group appreciating another group's culture, music, food, or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you try to exploit it and take it over and do all that, that's when it's a problem, a big problem. So again, y'all, keep that in mind. And in short, basically the answer is black African Americans started the hip hop culture. They started rap music. Same with rock and jazz and the blues and all American influencer culture comes from African Americans. And since America essentially controls the world, we in effect, I ain't gonna say we control the world, but we definitely influence the world for a lot of reasons, just for what we've been through. Again, no other group been through what we've been through. But I'm just talking about entertainment and artistically. Yeah, we running everything. You know, you got even in these commercials. Start watching these commercials on TV. Notice the beat and the hip hop backdrop, beats in them songs. I don't care if it's Mickey D, Coca-Cola, anything. Just start noticing that. So it's everywhere. It's really no secret. But then again, though, if we're not aware of it, it'll get snatched from us. So Bad News Brown breaking this down for y'all real quick, man. Keep that in mind, man. Go ahead and subscribe to me. Hit that like or dislike. Let me know what you think. Peace.